We are here with UVA Wise volleyball senior Cassidy Farley, the only senior on the team this year, and thus the only one being honored at senior night. Cassie, thank you so much for being here. Just kind of recapping your fantastic 4-year career. First off, before we get into it, congratulations on an outstanding career and all that you've done for UVA Wise volleyball. Let's start chronologically. So we'll go back to the beginning. You're a native of Abingdon, which is not far from Wise, just about an hour away. When you were at Abingdon and realized you wanted to play college volleyball, what drew you to UVA Wise and got you here on campus?
So, like throughout the recruiting process, I was like, I'm a homebody, so I hate being far away from home. One of my old teammates from Abingdon, Maddie Gibson, she actually was playing here. So like I was talking to her about the recruiting process, and then she was like, "Well, let me like help you." So like she kind of helped me like get in contact with Coach Sal. So like that was like kind of a big part of it. And then I came here and I actually got to stay with her on my visit. So like I get to meet like the whole team. Then I got to meet like all of our friends here. So it's like it was already good. Like everyone already got along. I felt like I was already a part of it. And then campus is obviously beautiful. You can't really beat the campus. Gym's amazing, like one of the best. You can't beat that. And then it's just like I don't know. It just felt like home, and it was close to home. So I was like, this was a deal breaker. So yeah, that's what drew me here.
Well, it obviously seems like it was a good fit. And then when you get here, kind of a crazy start to your career. You've got the COVID season right away. All of a sudden, 2 years in, you've got a brand new coach in Alyssa Hanley, now in year 2 with her. I want to ask you about that. What was your reaction when you found out that Alyssa was going to be your head coach? And how has your relationship grown with her over the last 2 years?
So like hearing that I'm gonna have a new coach, as like I guess an upperclassman because it's my junior year, I was actually really nervous because I was like, you have to start the process all over again, but you're also like a junior, so it's kind of hard. You're like, oh man, like this is kind of it was difficult. Especially because I was like really close with Coach Sal, but like once I met Coach Hanley and like we agree on a lot of things, we communicate well together. So like that helps a lot. We get along very well and we want the best, like we want the same thing for the team. We want the best for the team. And I don't know, it was just I was nervous at first because it's like it's always nervous, meeting a new coach. And then we like clicked, and it was just like she helped me a lot to get where I am today, like with the leadership part, with the playing part, and then just like with the team area, like we just want the same for everything. So it ended up really good.
So obviously the success that you had on the court is quite obvious. Over 200 career blocks, over 300 career kills. You've got a career hitting percentage over 200 as well. Obviously, those numbers are going to change as we record this on a Thursday. We've still got Wingate tonight for you, and then Catawba finally, obviously, on Friday for senior night. What's some of your favorite memories that you've had on the court in the last 4 years here?
Um, that's hard. I have a lot of memories here. Especially with the team I'm on this year because we are just really funny. One core memory is beating Emory. It was awesome. It was especially my sophomore year at home. We went to 5 sets, it was a really close game.
Yeah.
That one was a lot of fun. Playing Emory this year at Emory. It's just something to do with Emory. Sorry. That was really fun because like we were just always so like we were the most competitive during those games. It was so much fun. It's such a fun game to play. And then honestly, my favorite memory from volleyball, I'm not on the court. It was on the bus on the way to a game. So technically it's the same thing. We were all I actually said this memory beforehand, but it's my favorite memory, so it doesn't matter. We all had our AirPods in and we were like sharing music with each other. So we were like all listening to the same music, but if you don't have your AirPods in, you don't know what we're playing. So we're all singing, we're all dancing, and then Coach Hanley and Coach Carly are up there. No, it's just Coach Hanley at this point. She was just like confused and laughing because we're all having like dance off, sing off, and it was just really funny. You had to be there, but that one's is my core favorite memory being here.
When you think about that moment, what's the song that's in the AirPods?
Oh God, Bright Lights. Wait, is it Bright Lights? Yeah, from Pitch Perfect.
Okay, all right. Obviously, you've had some fantastic leadership and success off the court as well. Been on the dean's list a couple of times. You're actually the vice president, for those that don't know, of our student athlete advisory committee. Kind of take us through what that role has been for you and meant to you, and how it's kind of helped you be a leader on the volleyball team.
That role, it's like it's helped me out a lot actually, and it's kind of opened my eyes. It's giving me opportunities for growth through the leadership. I'm actually going to Atlanta next weekend for their SAC regional conference thing. So it'll also like open my eyes up more, get more ideas, just of like leadership in general. Being vice president, obviously, like you have to do things and you have to like step up. So like that helps me on the volleyball court because like I always have to step up. Like that's just what like a leader does. And you always have to know like what to say and when to say it and how to say it. And it just like it helps out a lot because we've had to join a few Zoom meetings and talk about, things like that. And yeah, it's helped me out a lot. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, continuing into your senior season here, you got 200 career blocks earlier in the year against Carson Newman. I don't know if you and I ever actually kind of explicitly talked about what that meant. In the Division II era, there's only been two people that have reached 200 career blocks with UVA Wise. It's Santana Bishop right at the start of the transition from D3 to D2, and yourself. So what does that kind of mean to you? I mean, to be on such a short list like that, and kind of set the record for the future people that come to this school?
It kind of means a lot because I'm happy that my name will be remembered, and I feel like I feel like I've been very hard worker throughout the 4 years I've been here. And like that just shows the progress that's been made. Um, I honestly had no idea I even had 200 blocks. I didn't even hear the announcement. So that's funny to me. But it does mean a lot. It shows myself like the hard work that like I've put into, and it like in practice, and like it shows on the court because like that's all we work on usually is blocking because it's like one of the most important parts of the game. So yeah, and the support through the whole community and everybody, like it made me feel good.
And obviously, life got pretty serious for you not too long after reaching that 200th career block. Missed about a month of the season, with kind of an appendix issue. And I'll let you, go as in depth as you're comfortable with kind of explaining what happened there. But obviously, the full team is just very glad to have you back. We are glad to have you back, and even more excited that we get to celebrate senior night with you.
Um, it was very unexpected, very unexpected. High hopes for the season, and then the week prior, there were some things going on that I was just ignoring. I had no idea that anything was happening. I just thought, whatever's happening is happening. It'll pass through. Well, I actually played 2 games. I played Southern Wesleyan and Anderson on a ruptured appendix. And I was at the football game the very next day when like all the pain happened, when I was like, okay, actually something's wrong. So like that night, my roommates had to take me to the hospital and, sat in the ER for a while, got a lot of tests done, CT scans, everything. And that's when we realized we had a major issue that I was just ignoring for a week. So I guess that could be a little bit of me, my fault that it lasted for however long. But yeah, after surgery, it was a rough recovery, but the doctors did say like they did not think I'd be back on the court. They thought like I'd still be recovering. There's no way I'd be able to play again. So for the recovery to be not as long and me being able to be on the court, like it's grace of God really to like allow me to keep playing. So it means a lot to me, like of the support from, oh, can you hear that? Sorry. Okay. The support from my team, the community here, the coaches, like my family, friends from home, like that's what got me through it all. Cause it was really tough for me. It was really rough. But like now we get to celebrate senior night and actually get to play during it. So yeah, that's my experience. It was traumatic. It was rough, but we got through it. So it's okay.
And not that you guys needed to grow any closer as a group. You talked about it. You guys are very funny in practice. To anybody who sees you guys, they know that you guys have a strong bond as a team, as a coaching staff with the players. But how did that relationship change, and what was that like, being with your teammates and having them as a support system through that?
Um, we were already really close. Like this is the closest team I've ever been on. And then after everything that happened and like everything that I received from them, the visits in the hospital, the texts, the notes, like all of that, it showed how much they like truly cared. And like that's really what got me through it all. And then like coming back and then like being so supportive, like, you're gonna get through this, you're gonna get back on that court, everything. Like it was just it makes me appreciate them like 20 times more than I already did. Like it really opened my eyes to like appreciating the little things just a little bit more. So yeah, they're amazing. I love them.
As we kind of wrap up here, we talked about earlier your freshman season being the COVID season. That makes you part of the last class that can still use a COVID year. And I'm not going to ask you what you're going to do, whether you're going to come back or not. I know everybody's asking you about that. But there is life beyond volleyball whenever you do decide to stop playing. You're majoring in administration of justice here at UVA Wise. What's kind of your outlook for life away from volleyball, whether it be 5-10 years down the road? What do you want to be doing when we check in with Cassidy Farley, the alum?
So I plan on using my degree to go into investigations. I don't want to move away from home yet. Like I said earlier, like I'm very much a homebody. I can't leave my family behind. So I plan on moving back home and working through like investigations or just like something to do with the criminal justice system. And then possibly like coaching. I right now coach a travel volleyball team. So I plan on like continuing coaching afterwards. So I'm not completely letting volleyball go. Like I'll still have it. So that's what I plan on doing, hopefully.
You're still going to scratch that competitive itch in some way.
Yeah.
One last question. When you look back on your career here, and your 4 years at this school with this volleyball team, what are you going to miss the most?
I'm going to miss my friends the most because my team's my best friends, but just like everyone on campus is just like we're all so nice to you. Like we're all friends with each other. We're always together. I'm definitely gonna miss like that culture. And like you see your friends every day, like whether it's just going to class or walking up the stairs from the apartment, like you always see them. So I'm gonna miss that the most. It's gonna be hard to leave, but I'm trying to like avoid thinking about that.
Well, we are certainly going to miss you. And again, congratulations on a fantastic 4 year career here. You've been an awesome leader and player for the volleyball team, and we wish you all the best. Everyone at home, you can check out Cassie on senior night. That's Friday night against Catawba at the Pryor Center, 7 p.m. We hope to see you all there. Cassie, again, congratulations and thank you.
Thanks.